Okay, we had some technical difficulties there having to do with the resolution of the game, but it looks like it's fixed. I have never played Majesty before. I don't know anything about this. When I entered the name of the game into Twitch, it popped up in the tags and said it was an RTS. So that's the extent of my knowledge about this. I've never heard of Majesty before. I'm going to go ahead and watch the opening cinematic here, since our technical difficulties interrupted them a second ago. Also, the game's super quiet. I might need to turn it up a bit.
Seas of water.
Oh, that's better.
Seas of time. Both isolate Ardania, a realm steeped in humanity's myth.
Someone doing their best Sean Connery impression.
Within the folds of Ardania's landscape dwell creatures of fantasy and of nightmare.
Graphics. It's really good for 01. I guess that's kind of like the domain of PC games.
Facing these challenges are epic heroes, some motivated by treasure and greed.
Epic heroes, you say?
Other heroes are inspired by honor and righteous ideals.
I think it's just the FMVs that are 4:3 like this, by the way. So I think the main game is widescreen now.
And some by a genuine fear of evil's defiling touch.
Evil's defiling touch.
To overcome these dire perils, Ardania's heroes require but one thing: an inspired leader to defy the darkness.
I'm an inspired leader.
Accept Ardania's crown and forge new legends for this ancient land.
This game was made by Paradox, right? The folks that do like Crusader Kings and Europa Universalis? Or is that somebody else? What other games do these folks make? Published by Paradox, okay. Play game. Enter your name, Your Majesty. Made by Cyberlore, okay. Play the epic quest, The Bell, the Book, and the Candle to get an introduction to the game. Okay. Oh, so I have to find it here. Okay. Quest for the Holy Chalice, Brashnard's Ultimate Sphere of Power, Vengeance of the Lich Queen, Valley of the Serpents, Darkness Falls. Can I like scroll? Okay, I can scroll. Scions of Chaos, Fortress of Ixmil, Rise of the Ratmen. I think it would be like right where I started, right? There it is, The Bell, the Book, and the Candle. Okay.
Forgive the intrusion, Highness, but we've been robbed! Someone has stolen the magic bell, the holy book, and the eternal candle!
Oh, I see.
Right from under our noses, they were whisked away from the royal treasury by some scoundrel! We must do something to recover them! They are treasures beyond value!
Cool. Give the intrusion right. Cover 3 items that have been stolen from your palace and hidden in lairs throughout the realm. No warriors or wizards are available in this quest. Okay. Thieves who stole the artifacts from your treasury have fled. Okay. Arrow keys move around here. Find the items where the thieves have a chance to return. Message flag. Oh, is the thing I was just looking at, right? There's a blacksmith and a guardhouse and a palace. And hold on, the audio is really quiet. Game speed all the way down until I know what the hell I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Okay, so I can click things. I can see the health for things. I've got zombies along and skeletons, which are not my guys, presumably. I have a blacksmith, rogues guild. It says this is the tutorial mission, right? Display the hit bar, points bar on or off, unit names on and off. Roster, buildings, rewards, gnome hovel, inn. There are no prerequisites for this structure. What does it do, though? Requires a level 1 palace, no elven bungalows or dwarven settlements. Guardhouse. Those are words. All the beginner's quests are tutorial-ish. Tax collector guy, a city guard guy. Zoom the main map. How do I give units instructions? Right click? No. Well, maybe he's doing when I right click there. Requires the Wizards Guild. Requires a temple. Okay, different like god spells along the bottom here. Select the palace. Just a way to like jump to it basically. Toggle the map zoom. I probably would prefer the big zoom. Palace statistics. Riches 50, gold balance 15050. Roster, heroes, buildings. So I already have some guardhouses, it sounds like. Rogues Guild, recruit a rogue. Okay, so that works the way I expect it to. Nobody at the Yield Bunyan. Guardhouse can research arrows. Okay. Trading post. Healing potions. I'm trying to apply my limited knowledge. I guess I didn't mention this, but I have this. If this is a true RTS, this is the genre I am by far the worst at. So bear with me as I try to figure this out. Chat is welcome to like just backseat and tell me what I should be doing. I assume that at this point, this is kind of an RTFM game. The manual gives a lot more information about what it's expecting you to do.
I'm out of here.
Heroes. Fleeing in terror. Already? Why?
Your Highness, we've improved the guardhouse.
Thanks, not Sean Connery. Alright, and there's nothing new to research
Majesty,
after arrows.
Your trading post now offers healing potions.
Cool.
Your Highness, we've improved the guardhouse.
Tax this building, repair this building. Coffers hold no gold. Destroy the trading post. Tips and details. Heroes may purchase healing potions once they're researched. Caravans periodically depart from your trading post, bringing gold to your marketplace. Oh, thank you. Heroes visit the blacksmith in order to purchase better weapons and armor. Once you've researched those skills, upgrade your blacksmith, and even better items will be available for you to research. I didn't even see that pop up, thank you.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
Guardhouses host a member of the city guard and can fire arrows at nearby enemies once you research that skill. Use them to protect vital buildings. Henchmen rest at guardhouses. They're closer than the palace. Oh god, enemies are attacking my... This is one of my guards, right? Presumably? Well, my tax collector is dead. Inns are gathering and resting places for heroes. Allow them to extend the range of their wandering if you build them outside your main city. Okay, I think I've done... Building needs to be repaired first. This is a single guard. Increase building hit points, research veteran guards. What makes it different from a typical RTS? Repair this building. I don't know who does the repairing. Is it just peasants? So do I not need to generate worker units in this game, or do I not? Can I not micro the soldiers? I guess I'm happy if it's not microable. Micro is always a source of stress for me.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
Trading posts are a place for heroes to purchase healing potions, build a marketplace near a palace. Trading posts will periodically send out caravans and then bring in a bunch of gold to your treasury. Okay. Place a bounty on a monster's head and the heroes go forth according to their own greed. You have no direct control over the units. Oh, okay. So it's an all macro game, basically. It's cool. So decisions are pretty much researching if buildings allow research, recruiting, I guess. Looting gravestones. Rogues Guild. Recruits rogues, use extortion to quickly gather uncollected taxes, but be warned the guild will take a cut. Allows heroes to poison their weapons, a larger cut of extortion gold. Increase building hit points. Buildings. So I go here to build new buildings, basically. Recruits gnomes. Gnome hovels are automatically built as you recruit gnomes. Filthy shanty houses. Guardhouse. Guardhouses are turrets, right? Oh, we just saw the inn. How about a Rangers Guild? They move camp in order to support remote outposts or to rescue the guild from attacking monsters.
You won't get my gold. I'm out of here.
So they're effectively building like a camp. And what determines how far away my vision is? Is that just based on sorry. Is that just based on like where my characters have wandered to? It looks like the HD really makes the game super small on stream, so I'm going to see if I can drop the resolution down. The last time the resolution adjusted, it borked my capture card, so I'm going to click out of the screen for a second to try to keep it from causing a problem. 1 second. Oh, it looks like I need to do that from the title screen, so I'll go back to the main menu to do it real quick. Adjust settings. Screen resolution. I'm at 720. Let's try 800 by 600, I guess. Assume that's the original resolution of the game. Oh, but it's still stretched out. Huh. Load game. Yeah, I'm just going to deal with the stretch on it. It looks like that's something that's native to the game, because otherwise it's hard for anyone watching to tell what the hell's going on. So it's taken the 800 by 600 and stretched it wide. Vision's based on what your units have seen. There's no fog of war once you discover a part of the map. Okay, and units just like automatically wander around the area that they spawn from, basically. And upgrade individual buildings. Upgrade to guardhouse level 2. What's the main source of money in this? What heroes do depends on their class and stats. Okay. Purchasing a weapon at the blacksmith. Rangers like to explore. Okay, that's cool. Peasants are working on the site. I could probably turn the game speed up. I turned it down because I didn't know what the hell was going on, but now I think I have a slightly better idea of what's going on. Taxes or extorted rogue money. There's a Medusa.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
You found an abandoned keep and the missing candle. Destroy the keep and you will recover the candle. So they're gonna try to like automatically go destroy the keep later. Free agents with preferences. I see. Go to rogue. They have to finish building the ranger skills for me to recruit rangers. Buildings.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Go to ranger. So it says there's a repair route and a taxes route. Does that just like... They just automatically get added to them whenever you add a new building, basically? Now free the Screamer. Oh, they start building houses. That's cool. Rewards. Attack flag. Explore flags. All buildings are in the tax and repair route by default. Okay. Upgrade to palace level 2. So upgrading the building level only give you a hit points increase? Or does it also like give them new things you can research? Once they're fully repaired. Tax collecting. That's great. Clerk Tight Gold. That is a name. Rogue's Gold, it adds poison to rogue weapons. Okay, so I can reveal what those things are by looking at this sometimes.
My ambition has paid off.
Build a Medusa.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
Thanks, not Sean Connery. So placing buildings on the edge of my vision also gives me slightly more vision, it looks like. How do I go about unlocking completely new buildings to make? So just based on a listing of not available. Dwarven settlements. Level 2 or 3 palace. Blacksmith level 3. No elf or gnome dwellings.
A building has been upgraded.
Interesting. So keep upgrading the buildings to get new buildings,
Your
basically.
Highness, the palace renovations are finished.
You need 12 heroes to upgrade the palace. Okay. Yeah, this seems a little bit less stressful. Guild is full. New message flag. Oh, a ranger must have found this. Heroes discovered the book that lies in the ruined altar. Raise it and recover the artifact. Okay, right, because we need to get a book from here, and we need to get a candle from here. And they're more or less going to try to do that automatically, if I understood correctly. Ranger... Are there any other macro-only RTSs? Was that kind of the sell for this one at the time? Maximum number of peasants, maximum number of tax collectors.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
What's the deal with the palace rewards? Is that something that I can, like, control? Buildings. Oh, this is all new stuff. Statue. Raise the loyalty of the heroes in your kingdom. Oh, that's kind of clever. Temples, which I assume let me cast those spells on the bottom of the screen. Temple spell Blessing, increase building hit points. Temple spell Healing, recruits healers. Sewer entrance. Indestructible. Appears as your kingdom grows. Grants giant rats and ratmen access to your town. Needed for larger towns and therefore may not be destroyed. Clever. Okay. Place a reward on a monster. So it's a way to slightly incentivize them to do a specific thing, even though they kind of do their own thing. Complete all research before upgrading. Okay. So you get extra research from the blacksmith by leveling it up. Gotcha.
I join the wild spirits.
Sorry, Mithrian. The bell has been located in the ruined shrine. Destroy the shrine and reclaim what's yours.
Your Majesty.
Guild is full. Guild is full. So why would... Does guild is full mean that that building has made the maximum number of heroes that it can make, or does it mean that there are
Majesty,
heroes staying there
a local
temporarily?
blacksmith offers new services.
Rangers and rogues don't raid the lairs. If you want them to do that, you have to place the reward flag. Okay. Is that just a quirk of the rangers and rogues, basically?
In the name of the sovereign.
Place an attack flag. And that gives them money if they go and do it, so I'm using a resource to try to incentivize them, right?
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
Good job, local blacksmith.
In the name of the sovereign.
I like that, like, the way that it handles upgrading buildings is it has to get its HP maxed out in order for it to be considered fully upgraded. It's a nice way to do that. Macro lights. How many heroes can live there? Okay, so they might live there even if they're out doing something else, basically. If I'm following you right. Temple of Crypta. Priestesses. Temple spell Wither. May as well start building these.
The building has been upgraded.
Halt.
Thought I saw a green spot
Your
over here.
Highness, the dwarves are offering to move into our domain.
I serve with pleasure.
I love the voice
I
acting.
join the wild spirits.
Sad Dead Ranger's my favorite, I think. I joined the wild spirits. Okay, so if I zoom in more, try to see what I'm doing here. Tax collectors, rangers are attacking the keep now.
I
Peasants are
join
building the
the
temple.
wild spirits.
See you, Later. Thanks for hanging out. Sleep well. They go back to their guild to rest and pay taxes on all the money they collected. Okay. Gotcha. Occasionally getting harassed by
Your Majesty,
giant
our new
spiders.
building is complete.
Sweet. Recruit a priestess. Spells. Wither. Cast Wither. I don't know what that does. Is there a,
In the name of the sovereign.
I don't see like a tutorial question mark for it. And it costs money to cast spells? Okay. Hey Dev, Serp. What's up? Sister Life's Bane. Okay, so the red temple is like necromancers, basically. Gotcha. What is the debuff, though? Does it make them do less damage? Does it make them take more damage? I'm wondering if there's like a spellbook listing here somewhere.
In the name of the Sovereign.
Explore flags. I can try to tell them to go to a specific part of the map, then. Whoa. Harpy. Yikes. So the rangers will try to explore before they attack.
To oblivion.
Speed and all stats by a bit. Okay. Get the palace upgrade once I get enough money. Hey. So, the whole thing about the bell, the book, and the candle, those aren't actually tracked items, I assume? Like...
Halt! What's that sound?
Like, it just means, like, destroy these 3 buildings to win, basically. Oh, there's a chest next to the ruins. Eternal candle increases sight range. Oh, that's kind of cool. So the items do something. Now, when heroes pick them up, does it only affect that hero, or does it affect, like, the entire kingdom whenever we get them?
I join the wild spirits.
So we'll do attack flags. Sorry, Outlander guy. Per hero. Okay, so if a hero picks up the candle, they're gonna get better sight radius. Gotcha. The name of the Sovereign. There's Palace level 2 or higher. What does loyalty do? Does it just make them more likely to like do what I asked them to do? It's cool that they all have stats. Items, longbow, leather armor. Trolls. So do you get money from killing enemies too? Do they tend to drop stuff that gets sold and that kind of thing? Alright, I think necromancers are the way to go. Each necromancer, like, summon a certain number of skeletons.
My gold.
Probably turn up the speed a little bit more.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
And the heroes have to bring them back, basically.
Treasury is nearly empty.
Treasury's empty.
We are victorious, Your Majesty.
Hey, cool.
The bell, book, and candle are back in their rightful place. We also found the thief who stole them from the castle, a rogue identified as Cherrick of Keldern. Unfortunately, he escaped while being returned to the castle. With a 15,000 gold piece reward on his head, I'm sure he'll think long and hard before returning to our kingdom.
Cool. Continue playing. Oh, would be on that map. So... If I wanted to keep going, is this just a different set of discrete levels, or is there like some progression in between the different stages? It'll remember that I've beaten the map. Okay, thank you. Play another beginner quest to learn more about different aspects of the game. Strike out on your own and pick a different quest. Scions of Chaos.
Interesting turn of events, my liege. 3 legendary heroes called the Scions of Chaos have issued a challenge to the champions of our settlement. They call on our heroes to meet them on the field of battle. All 3 Scions must be defeated before we can truly claim to have bested them.
Defeat the Scions, okay. Destroy the 3 Scions of Chaos, the Priestess, the Cultist, and the Warrior of Discord. No temples except those belonging to Crypta and Fervus may be built. No wizards, guilds, and marketplaces, non-human races, outposts, or embassies may be built either. Oh, missions north of the mountain chain are from the expansion. Don't play them for now. Thanks. Wizard's Curse.
I humbly beg for your forgiveness for this rude intrusion, but there's an angry wizard who—
Move aside, you sniveling toad! Sovereign, I will have words with you. Under your lawless rule, one of your foolish subjects has stolen my book of spells. The value of that great tome is beyond measure. You and your realm must now pay a price for its loss. Till such a time as sufficient good deeds have been performed, I curse all the dwellers of this land to be as stupid as the dead.
2 different ways to rid the curse. Arrest the hooligan who stole the book of spells, return it to the wizard, and then perform whatever the wizard deems sufficient good deeds. Destroy the angry wizard. Your heroes are cursed and won't act like their regular selves. Oh, okay, so like they're gonna share the AI of a zombie, basically. Wizard guilds, specific temples aren't available. Yup, got it. Close. So this one, the previous map started with a bunch of buildings other than the palace, but now I want to build these right off the bat here. Right out of the gate, out of the bat. $92 gold and a treasure chest. And like, will a peasant go for that eventually, or are treasure chests adventurers only? Oh, I see. Each successive guild costs more to build. Gotcha.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Blacksmith.
Your Highness, if our kingdom is to prosper, it needs more heroes.
Working on it.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
With pleasure.
Get a ranger.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
Thanks, local blacksmith. Trading post seems like a pretty necessary early building that gets me money.
Majesty,
Generate gold
the local
rapidly.
blacksmith offers new services.
Thanks, local blacksmith.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
If I have multiple marketplaces, does that increase my amount of gold being generated? Okay. Provides income separately. You can't be close to each other. So building all of these hero building places is a bad idea, because I should be just generating money before I start doing this. But I guess now I know for next time. Hey Johan, how's it going? Message flag. One of your heroes is arrested at Hooligan. Maybe this is the subject who stole the book. He's on his way to your palace to be interrogated. Good job with the Hooligan arrest. So does this window down in the bottom left just show you kind of like context-sensitive, interesting things?
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Nice, Johan. Way to go.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
Market day. Generates sudden revenue, but temporarily closes the marketplace. Ruined altar.
Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
It's exciting. So market day is like a thing that I can activate, basically. No, this is way better. I don't like the micro part of it. Or I'd do a game that's all micro or a game that's all macro, but the combination of the two, it feels like the two loops like collide with each other. Oh damn, Johan. Is that just like a DM fiat kind of a thing that you can't be raised or resurrected? Sir Beauregard the Worthy.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
So this guy is like robbing the altar. Okay, I see. We all research before upgrading. Protection rings.
Gold alone.
Hellbear. It's much worse than a regular bear.
I join the wild spirits. An unwelcome guest.
Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
Sweet. 950. Does each marketplace upgrade make that one marketplace generate more gold?
Your Highness, the palace renovations
I
are
join
finished.
the wild spirits.
Demon Woods are kind of nasty, it turns out.
In the name of the Sovereign.
Hey, that's me, I think. Trading post requires a marketplace. So what's the difference between a trading post and a marketplace? Because I don't think I had a marketplace last map. I think I just had a trading post.
Oh, tough fight.
I serve with pleasure.
Sounds like it's the same.
In the name of the Sovereign.
Yeah, I think the death of the Ranger is my favorite. Sorry, Sir Beauregard the Worthy.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
That's unfortunate because you lose a high-level unit. You want them to survive long enough. Okay. Teleportation amulets.
Your Majesty, the royal treasury is nearly empty.
Kill the demon wood without dying.
My gold alone.
You tried. Spend not. Do palace guards recruit separately from my normal units here?
I serve with
In
pleasure.
the name of the sovereign.
Leave my gold.
Spawn constantly. Okay. And don't need to be manually built, presumably. Can I see a quick summary of all my heroes somewhere? These palace guards are really trying to deal with this thing over here. Fleeing in terror.
Majesty, our new building is complete.
Posture. Ah, okay, thanks.
Your Highness, we've improved the guardhouse.
I serve with pleasure.
Try to fix the tower, please. That poor peasant. Looks like they get XP for every attack they do. Oh, experience level. How did it go from 5 down to 4? The heroes can level up and palace guards can't, so if possible you'd prefer to have heroes killing things. Rather than guards. And more heroes potentially also means more income because they go out and kill stuff and then they bring it back. Build another marketplace here soon. And then the more copies of a building I have, the more expensive it is to make more of that same building, basically. Sarion the Loyal. Fighting a creature den. You got it, Mr. Sir Bill Knightley. Do your best to kill the Hellbearer without dying. Art house level 2. This building is fully upgraded. Okay, I see.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
Sweet. Veteran guards. Basically make the turret do more damage, more or less. Explore regions around your kingdom, supports barbarians with long bow fire, collects healing herbs to make
Your
healing
Highness,
potions.
we've improved the guardhouse.
In the name of the sovereign. Your Majesty.
Your heroes is arrested a hooligan. On his way to the palace to be interrogated. Okay, cool. Scan through buildings. Scan through henchmen. Another hooligan. Okay, cool. Good job, heroes. Keep getting them hooligans. It's the danger of putting my like money generating buildings on the edge of my camp, right?
I serve with pleasure.
Catch all the hooligans.
Your Majesty, our new building is complete.
Oh, he's healing, okay. I see. Oh, not a harpy. Come on, team. Try to stop the harpy? Question mark.
Sovereign,
You've arrested every hooligan in the land except one. He's learned some spells from the spellbook and is not likely to return without a fight. So they tell you his location. Do they actually tell you his location? You can tell if it's like marked on the map somewhere.
Hold your majesty.
Tough fight.
Oh, is this guy? Follows another monarch. And he's got spells, I guess. I see. She's got like a flee and terror thing. Words, attack. Get the hooligan.
Call in the reinforcements.
Reinforcements.
In the name of the sovereign. Tax collector.
I feel revitalized.
Oh, it doesn't like... Because I don't need to attack the guy, right? We need to capture them, or does attack, does killing them
marketplace
capture
now
them?
serves you better.
Oh, that's why I selected it, because I assumed we didn't want to kill him. It looks like they killed him anyway.
Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
The wizard who cursed your kingdom demands you perform adequate good deeds. There's a peasant who's been taken captive by a few crazed werewolves. Free her and dispel the curse for good. So the wizard belongs to another monarch. And do I have any way of knowing where this person I have to rescue is? I like the tax collecting. The dead character one's probably my favorite. So there's a bunch of ruins. Can't review my current quest anywhere, I assume. Call to arms. Teleports all guild members home immediately. Well, that's kind of cool. So each of them have different use cases. Like the rangers can move camp too.
I join the wild spirits.
Sorry, Sylvus Pathfinder.
In the name of the sovereign. Hold your majesty.
I join the wild spirits.
Wait, are they just gonna try to kill the wizard now?
Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
A lot of them are getting themselves killed on the wizard tower. Yikes. I guess it's because they're stupid that they're doing that? Do repairs cost money directly? Like 1 gold per hit point or something?
Building has been upgraded.
Fully upgraded. Repairing is free, it just uses their time basically.
Tax collector.
Looks like I have the whole map uncovered. I just don't know where this peasant lady is. I assume my characters will try to do it automatically.
Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
Yay, teleportation amulets. No, I should have been upgrading the blacksmith this whole time. Oops. Make a save here. Stats.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
Thanks, local blacksmith.
In the name of the sovereign.
What's the point of building inns? Rest, regain health, take refuge from monsters. Inns will be visited if you have nothing else to do.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
Oh, it can save them travel time. So you put it on like the edges of your map. Does it also let you craft more of them for when it says guild is full?
Your Majesty, a new building is complete. Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
Service ends.
One bungalow.
Your Highness, the elves wish to join our prosperous kingdom. Your Highness, the dwarves are offering to move into our domain.
I serve with pleasure.
I have 12 heroes needed.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
They take up a guild slot, whether there's an inn or not. Okay. I see. Get the harpy, guys. You can do it.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
Hrothgar of the Tower. Level 20 pissed off wizard, presumably. Okay. Do I have any way to guess where the current quest is? I don't think I can review what it said before. Filters are off. Wizard's Curse. Heroes are cursed and are idiots.
In the name of the sovereign.
Dwarven settlement, I guess, just to get something new. Assume it's just in one of these buildings that they're having to attack.
Highness, the palace renovations are finished.
Slay the werewolves. Rocks.
Tough fight.
I thought it said it was in like a specific kind of building. Oh, down here? Okay. I can sell little bounties, I guess.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Double click to quickly place a flag. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thanks. If you double click a unit, it'll automatically set it to explore.
You won't get my gold.
Move this bounty. Fleeing in terror constantly.
I serve with pleasure.
You won't get my gold.
I see. Fruit of Dwarf. Auto-fire ballista bolts at nearby enemies. Should build ballista towers. Halleck gear grinder. This is a cool game, though. Fairgrounds require a palace level 3. Set the agenda for royal tournaments by choosing magic, melee, archery, or combo. Heroes can purchase training to advance their abilities. Royal Gardens. Meditate in the Royal Gardens to gain a beneficial enchantment. Gold is generated. Increases the loyalty of your heroes. Ballista Tower. Auto-fire ballista bolts at approaching enemies. Helia. Solari. Temple spell Fire Strike.
We are victorious, Your
Hey,
Majesty.
they must have finished it. Okay, cool.
Majesty, the curse of stupidity has been lifted from our people. Our land is...
Good said, Drevin. Let's ride the catapult one more time, please.
The curse is starting to lift.
Starting to
and
lift.
Most people have regained their intellect. Once we pluck all the palace guards from the surrounding trees and wheel the siege weapons back in storage, all should be well.
It's pretty great. Let's do main menu, right? Because it remembers as long as I use the same name when I start the profile. Do another quest. Okay. And don't do anything north of the mountains, you said? Rescue the prince.
This morning, while cleaning out the royal courier pigeon roost, a servant noticed an unfamiliar bird. Attached to its leg was a message. It reads, "I am trapped in the tower of an evil wizard. Please, please, please rescue me. My mother, the Queen of Val Morgan, will richly reward you." Scouts confirm that the young Prince of Val Morgan recently vanished while on a hunting trip. The reward and goodwill generated by this rescue would do our kingdom well.
It's fun to imagine that, like, Warcraft, it's kind of arbitrary that was the IP that, like, started this massive MMO, you know? Like, going to the alternate reality where they made one based on Majesty, and, like, Val Morgan's a really important city name that everybody knows now. Have there been many sequels to Majesty or any modern versions of the game? Use the magic spells of the Wizard Guild to help you. No temples, non-human races, no Rangers guilds. Hugely influential mud, really. Around, like, early, mid-2000s, I guess? Win this epic quest. So you can't use rangers to aid you. Rely on the far-seeing spell from the Wizards Guild to explore hidden areas. Which I start with. Is it like a limited range from the Wizards Guild, basically? Okay, that's kind of cool. Invisibility. So we're going to do marketplaces right away, if I understood. Wizards can learn powerful spells in the library once you've researched them. Intelligent heroes may also learn a few spells at higher levels. Fire Blast.
More gold, Your Majesty.
Your Highness, if our kingdom is to prosper, it needs more heroes. Your
Being a
Highness,
marketplace increases the rate and amount of money that bring into your
library is
realm.
complete.
Pay for the spells from the Wizards Guild.
Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
Market day. I don't think I start with a magic resistance. Train intelligence. Wizards. I like that they do the tutorial by restricting which buildings you can make, so you have to learn what they all do. It's nice.
Your Highness, our research in the library is complete. Your Highness, we've improved the guardhouse.
Good job, Wizard. Wizards seem like they're pretty strong.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded. Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Cast spells in your Wizard's Guild to help find the prince and defeat your enemies. Upgrade your Wizard's Guild to get access to more powerful spells. Expand their range by building a network of wizard towers. Okay, I understand.
A building has been upgraded.
Be all research before upgrading. Anti-magic shield and lightning bolts.
Your marketplace now serves you better.
Oh, I see. So that's pretty expensive.
Your marketplace now serves you better.
So this is like an alternate way to progress through the map. Instead of using rangers, it'll just walk around, keep like chaining wizard towers out to cast far seeing around them. Okay.
Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
Are rangers usually the only ones that are gonna explore without being like bountied to? Magic at work. Oh, cool.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
Oh,
Majesty,
giant rat.
A new building is complete. Your Majesty, a new building is complete. Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
Enchant tower. Oh, I see how I can see the circle range now. Now, did that make this tower have a higher range, or did upgrading the tower itself give it a higher range? I think it's the latter, right? Supercharge. Rangers are the best at it. Okay. Hrothgar the Alchemist.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
Okay, so theoretically I cast this again now, and it has an even longer range. Gotcha. Can't afford the spell. Okay. Right, because I need at least 200 gold. But once stuff is revealed, then soldiers might go check it out. Because there's a difference between wanting to explore, like go into the black areas, versus wanting to do things with things that are already on the map. The wizards are strong, damn. Supercharge. I guess these are just shortcuts to cast those spells, right? Same things that are down here, basically. You would use like Market Day and the Rogue extort thing if you like need money right away to do something really important. Other than that, I assume just letting it generate on its own is fine. Do blacksmiths affect wizards at all? do a palace upgrade once we can afford it, I think. So I assume the palace upgrade gives us more guards, peasants, and tax collectors.
I serve with pleasure.
Wizards ignore the blacksmith. Okay. So are these creature dens spawn enemies?
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
So wizards are like glass cannons. They do a ton of damage, but if the enemy gets in melee range of them, you're gonna have a bad time, pretty much. Fortunately, I built this in a shitty spot without really realizing what I was doing. Okay.
I'm melting.
No, Drothgar!
Beast approaches.
Oh. I thought it was 500. Hit the Medusa. So does the amulet of teleportation let them like quickly get back to town or something if they need to help? Maybe I'll research before upgrading.
Your Majesty, our new building is complete. Your Highness, our research in the library is complete.
So you have to do enchant tower in order for the building to start making? Or it's only one of a Wizard's Guild is different than Wizard's Tower. Okay. That's why it's cheaper. So what does enchanting the tower actually do then? Makes it attack enemies temporarily. Okay.
I'm melting.
Or wizard. Will the heroes not, like, try to attack dens on their own? It looks like they're just constantly going after the enemies that are spawning instead of going for the buildings.
Your Majesty, our new building is complete.
So I need to find the prince. Some like raiding lairs, wizards typically don't. Do they have some rules where like there's a certain amount of money that you need to be offering for the reward to get them to go to it, or is just giving them a single 100 gold flag a pretty good deal? Or at least more likely to get the characters to act than nothing at all.
I'm melting.
Doing wizard towers here. And the wizard towers build on their own with magic. You don't have to send like peasants out where it's dangerous to build them, right? The more you offer, the quicker and more heroes will respond. Okay. So like the flag gets consumed and I spend that amount of money basically? Or does a hero actually claim the money and then can then spend it on something?
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
I'm going in the exact wrong direction on this map, I think. Get the money you offered as a reward. Stop the troll, please. Do your best to, anyway. So rogues like to loot things and like raid places, but they won't explore. Hey, there it is. Discovered the prison. Level it and release him. So, wizard towers aren't attackable buildings. The enemy can't destroy them. Looks like they have hit points. Maybe they are. Or an attack
Your
flag.
Majesty, a new building is complete.
I'm on my way. Monsters also have personalities and they don't all go after random buildings. I like the little lore on the objects on the map. This game obviously doesn't control at all like Heroes of Might and Magic 3, but it kind of reminds me of it. Bears avoid buildings, I see. Makes sense. That bear is super dead. What causes units to be afraid? Are they just like certain units afraid of certain specific other units? Oh, do spells not harm buildings? Supercharge is a buff, I assume? Oh, I see. I clicked Enchant Tower and now it's attacking and now the bear is fighting back on it. Gotcha. Increases the range of the Wizard Guild Tower. I see. If it's been activated, presumably, right? And some of those just basic offensive spells seem pretty bad in terms of the cost. team.
We are victorious, Your Majesty.
Cool. I like this game. It's much more accessible than the other
Your
RTS
heroes
games
have
we
returned
played.
the Prince of Valmorgan to his kingdom. A caravan from the Queen of Valmorgan now waits at our gates. The treasures it carries are most glorious to behold. But more important is this brief note from the Queen herself. She writes, "My thanks for the recovery of my son goes beyond any material reward I could offer. Your compassionate leadership is an inspiration to all of Ardania."
What happens if you keep playing on a map? Is it just to,
My
like,
liege, it's good to see
keep
you
blowing
again.
stuff up, try to completely
As you're well
annihilate
aware,
it?
Ardania's hotlands have flourished under your steady rule. Indeed, your leadership has ushered in a new era of prosperity. However, the untamed frontier of the northern reaches remains a haven for chaotic forces that still threaten our fair land. It is my counsel that you
Replay,
begin
okay.
a northern expansion to quell these agents of turmoil. While this adventure presents great challenges, it offers even greater rewards.
Is
I'll
that
now
the,
take
like,
my leave, Majesty, so
expansion
that you may consider this
text?
undertaking and decide where to begin.
Secret quest requires all southern quests. Is expert higher than advanced? Because it's set to do an expert quest next. Wizard's Curse. Quest for the Crown, quest for the Holy Chalice. Play the dragon. Beginner, advanced, expert. Okay, I would expect advanced to be lower than expert. Guess I have one more beginner to do, so I may as well learn all of them.
My liege, while this land holds great promise, I should point out that there is much that requires your immediate attention. Our town is still beset by the marauding monsters who lurk in this forsaken land. We will only know true prosperity when these interlopers are kept at bay. It's in your best interest to employ the services of a variety of heroes. With their skills and the blessings of the gods, we may be able to safeguard this community.
Cool. Destroy the evil castle to win the epic quest. No wizards, non-human races, palace level 3, or any temples. These reward flags help direct heroes to attack monsters that lurk too close to your buildings, or to explore hidden sections of the land. Okay. Marketplaces first. Learn my lesson on that.
I serve with pleasure.
I might need to expand before I can even build a second one because of the restriction on how close they can be. Good-looking targets to gold-hungry monsters such as trolls. Huh, okay. I don't think I realized that was a problem before. Oh, I start with some rangers in this
Our new
map.
building is complete. Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better. Your Majesty, a
Good.
new building is complete. Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
An unwelcome guest.
I serve with pleasure.
Good vibes.
So blacksmith affects rangers, rogues, warriors, just not wizards, basically.
Majesty, the The local blacksmith offers new services.
Get my marketplace upgrades as much as possible here. Almost every class uses blacksmith. Now, do they have to go to the blacksmith and buy stuff, or is it just like a flat damage and resistance upgrade as soon as they get the upgrade?
Your marketplace now serves you better. Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services. Your Highness, the palace renovations are finished.
The palace renovations are finished. Goose-stepping morons yourselves to try reading books instead of banning them.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
Good.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded. Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better. Sovereign,
Giant rats.
Your marketplace now serves you better.
So the Rangers aren't amazing at DPS, it looks like.
A new building is complete. Your Majesty, a new building is complete. Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
Thanks, local blacksmith. Nearby monarch King Randolph XI admires your cause and offers his aid. He sent a caravan to bolster your economy. Oh, that's cool. So is it just like connect his money to me or something?
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
So what these guys are up to do?
The local blacksmith offers new services. Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
Well, so much for the caravan. That's a bummer. Try the evil castle. I see, so it's not just an instant upgrade like in Warcraft or StarCraft. Build is full.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
So will they still do stuff if I double click them without actually putting anything on the bounty? Because right now the reward amount is 0. Oh, the maps are randomly generated. Okay. This is the dark castle you must destroy.
Majesty,
So depending on when you find the thing, the map could end reasonably early, it seems like. Reinforcements. Is there any connection between like the average value of a unit and the cost to buy them? Like, are warriors way better than rogues in terms of their DPS or something? Get it, guys. Do your best. Bounty hunting. So do they all share the bounty, or just whoever gets the killing blow gets it?
Your marketplace now serves you better. Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
Like the fact that the ranger will scout for you is an advantage over the warriors. Everyone close by shares the bounty. Okay. No tax collectors. So, like, the troll actively seeks out tax collectors that wants their money, I guess.
We are victorious, Your Majesty.
Hey, that was pretty fast. Okay, I did not know the maps were randomly generated. That's interesting.
Majesty. Children may once again play in the streets and nearby meadows. Hunters and peasants may carry out their work without fear. May the bright blessings of the gods continue to shine on your wise rule.
Wise rule. That's a nice way to put it. 8 buildings, 12 heroes. Number of henchmen killed. Danger level 9. Vice. Play game. All the southern quests. I think we're done with beginner quests now. Quest for the crown, quest for the chalice.
Your Majesty's recent illness has taken its toll on the people. Their grief for your suffering only increases with sad news that your condition does not improve. It should now be clear to all that dark magics fuel this insidious ailment. I would not disturb your rest were it not for some hopeful news. The trusted old wizard, Rezenthel, told me of a relic.
Trusted
a
wizard.
chalice containing incredible healing power. It is hidden somewhere in the realm. I implore you to send your heroes scouring the land in search of this holy chalice. It may be the only thing which can put an end to your illness.
Can't believe it didn't roll the R on the word grail. Like, they resisted it. Kill the mighty paladins reside somewhere in the countryside. If you find it, they may aid you. Lairs in this land never die. They go dormant for a while. That's cool. I like how all the missions have some kind of like custom parameters so that it's not just the same game over and over. The parameters are usually like restricting what can be built or modifiers for certain other buildings. It's fun. Fairgrounds, tournaments. Monks. I also like that the
Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
some of the missions start with buildings already built.
Your Majesty,
Help you
shall
get
we
comfortable
host a
with
tournament
them.
now?
Sure, let's host a tournament. Just like trains the characters that go to visit them, basically. Trading post. What's the deal with monks? They get special spells, basically.
More gold, Your Majesty.
Oh, Temple to Daros.
Sovereign, your
Stone
marketplace now
skin,
serves
vigilance,
you better.
petrify.
Tax collector.
I guess I didn't realize that monks were a specific class from one of the gods at the bottom. That makes sense.
Your Majesty, a
I
new building
serve
is complete.
with pleasure.
The tournament cost me anything?
Your Majesty, a new building is complete. Sovereign, a building has been
Gold,
upgraded.
Your Majesty.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
Valar Gnarl's World. I see. So the heroes might be interested in going to the tournament instead of doing something else that might be more important at that time.
Majesty, The local blacksmith offers new services.
Second
Sovereign,
level armor.
your marketplace now serves you better.
Try to get a new marketplace here soon would be nice.
More gold, Your Majesty.
Thanks, tax collector. Minimum gold.
Tax collector.
So that means he'll keep floating around until he comes back to the castle. I'm guessing the default there is probably fine most of the time. Caravan. Okay, so that's coming from the trading post. So where's the trading post itself doesn't generate money, so how is money going from the trading post to the market? Hey, thanks book club. Appreciate the raid. How have you been? What have you guys been playing lately?
Gold, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the royal treasury is nearly empty.
See that. Can I just do... what's my next marketplace? Oh, I can't build additional marketplaces on this map. Okay, brutal. We really gotta get exploring, I guess. Alright, I've heard good things about Metro. Enjoy the FF7 remake. Have you played the original FF7? I don't want to keep you long. I know usually when you raid, you're about to bounce.
Gold, Your Majesty.
Right on. Have fun with it.
Tax collector.
Boring, really. Is Metro... that's not the one that's, parkour-ish, right?
Tax collector.
Generic FPS, okay. Yeah, I think there's a couple of them, I want to say.
More gold, Your Majesty.
Oh, the tax collector. Yeah, definitely, it's one of those genres. I think FPSs and like Japanese RPGs are two where you really have to like have a good back of the box like pitch for the game at this point. You can't really get away with just making another shooter or another turn-based RPG, you know.
A building has been upgraded.
Rotation amulets, which I don't particularly need. I don't know that I need the palace upgrade here. I should probably get some more guilds, though. Where are the rats? Leave my tax collector alone, rats.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
Do weapons and armor upgrades affect the rando NPCs, like the palace guards, or just heroes? I guess it has to be just heroes. They're the only ones that will buy things from the blacksmith, right?
Gold, Your Majesty.
Do the heroes get a decent amount of gold just by going around killing things and like looting chests and stuff, or is the main way to give them gold to specifically assign it to them via bounties? Only heroes. Okay. Cover it within 30 days. Oh, I missed that part. Players in this land never die. They just go do
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
Well, in that case, I think we need to start exploring. Oh, I can only have one exploration thing at a time. I guess that makes sense. Oh wait, no, it just tells me the last thing I double-clicked. Okay, disregard. Now, is my bounty for exploring, like, once I set that up, does that affect all of my flags that are currently out there? You put nothing in the flag, it does nothing. So I can set them separately, okay. Get as much coverage as we can here, as quickly as we can. Keep getting rangers while I can. Does the building count as upgraded the instant that I set it to upgrade, or does it have to get to its max HP for it to start having new features? Guild is full. Start recruiting more monks. No, leave my peasant alone.
Your Highness, the palace renovations are finished.
So now I can do statues and more temples and wizards guilds. Okay. So working on the warrior guild. It's dead troll, okay. It's a macro only RTS, so all the units act of their own volition. There's no micro, not particularly.
Majesty, a new building is complete.
So you pretty much build buildings and your different units explore on their own. I don't have a ton of experience with RTS games. I didn't have a gaming PC when I was a kid. It was all consoles, so the closest game I've seen to this, even though it's a bit different, is Dungeon Keeper, which is on a much smaller scale of just like specific rooms and then units that have different behaviors. Oh, it counts as building a sewer there. You have a couple things you can do to like make your units behave according to your wishes, but for the most part they don't. Oh, paladins, that's cool. So is the availability of paladins just because there's also a paladin building elsewhere on this map? Yeah, so I have the resolution at the minimum because when you boost it up, it doesn't really scale to the full screen. Because I can't do it for mid-game, but it just adds like a border around the edge and it's very, very tiny. Temple of Doros to recruit paladins. Oh, okay, which I guess I start with here because of the monks. Gotcha. How do paladins behave differently from warriors? Are they just like strictly better warriors, or? So long as I have the archery contest, that's mostly going to draw rangers, or exclusively draw rangers, right?
Doros has spared you for now.
Right on, I can try to adjust it again in a second. I definitely prefer to run at the highest resolution, but some of these older games that have like an HD version become really difficult to see if you're streaming it in an OBS window. But make sure that the save took. They're very good but expensive. Hopefully this doesn't brick my capture card. Yeah, see what I mean? It kind of just adds this giant border around the game. And I guess I can see more of the map here, but like the actual interface is, if there's any text, it's basically impossible to read. I wish there was like a UI scaler so I could make like the gold amount in that top corner go up. Yeah. I appreciate it though, like if I were just playing it at home, I would totally play like that, because I can read that just fine staring at my screen here. Alright, fingers crossed. Don't die. Friend capture card. Hey, everything's fine. I think it's a little stretch on 800, 600, unfortunately. I was hoping that it would, like, compact it to 4x3. I can run in my 4x3 window, but... But that pretty much, if you're on 1080p, you can pretty much see the entire map all at once, huh? Still need heroes. So is there like a behavior change between warriors and paladins? Do they like have slightly different AI, or is it mostly just that they're way more expensive warriors? Looks like they can get spells. That's cool. I see what you're saying. Yeah. You can just stay zoomed in when you're on 1080p. Sure. Different AI, but pretty much the same priorities. Okay. This guy's just having a grand old time out here. Keep it up, Mr. Ranger. No, Omen the Quiet One. That tax collecting line cracks me up every time. Let's do Wizard Guild. The Wizard Towers chain out from the Wizard Guild, right? So what's the deal with wizards building buildings? Like, is that using some kind of resource since it doesn't involve peasants? Or is it just kind of like, this is a special building that you don't have to use peasants and that's a free benefit? Better, faster, different AI, know a few spells, and then the northern quests are the expansion ones, right?
Your Majesty, our new building is complete.
It's a cool game though, I'm enjoying it so far.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
Yeah. Doing wizards here. And now I can do wizard towers. Now, why is it that wizard towers are only 475 on this map when they were 500 in the last map? Is there some kind of like feature that I have that's giving me a discount, basically? I have to wait for this finished building before I build another one. Okay. This is my first advanced quest, and it seems like the main trick is that now there's a time limit when the beginner quest didn't really have one. Blacksmith gives a discount on buildings. Okay. Speaking of blacksmith.
I serve
Your Highness, the palace renovations are finished. Your Majesty, our new building is complete.
Buildings. Wizard towers.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded. Your Highness, the dwarves are offering to move into our domain.
Some missions are pretty bullshit. How random is the random map generation? Like, can it randomly generate the objective like right next to you?
Your Majesty,
I assume it has some rules about that. If you type ! hide before your message, chat can see it and I will not be able to see it. In lieu of Twitch ever getting around to adding spoiler tags. Leave my tower alone. First of all, how dare you? Second of all, what gives you the right?
The energies of Doros is above all others.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers.
No, it's a nice stream, isn't it?
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
It definitely seems like one of the most, like, obvious things you'd want, too. I guess they got replies out, which are nice, but I'd rather have spoiler text than replies. Back when Discord first launched, was like 5 years ago now, I was really thinking that their whole monetization strategy is that they wanted to get Twitch/Amazon to buy them out, and that Twitch would try to move away from using IRC and use something like Discord. But then Amazon bought Curse and then didn't use it, and it was awful.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Okay, getting worried about the number of days now. So if I'm on the palace, I can set the default value for exploration bounties, is that right? Yeah, okay. Any particular reason to space the, like, I guess you don't want to put them too close to each other, otherwise they're just going to get free money, right? And not really get you too much map reveal. I'm going like the size of the square, maybe. Okay, and I pay the bounty the instant I place the flag. So it's not like it checks my coffers once they get out to it. Well, that's kind of cool. You can mess with the minimap textures if they're getting in the way of you seeing things. Just reviewing. Don't actually know the location of the Holy Chalice. Exponential formula they follow along with their own AI. Where am I building? Is there a building shortcut to get to this list here? I see that you can press B to build once you've selected something, but... Message flag. You've discovered the Holy Chalice's resting place. Destroy it in order to obtain the Holy Chalice. Well, it's always destroy it, right? Rrongol the Hunter, so is that as like an enemy hero, basically? It's not just a random monster, it's more powerful or something? B gets me to that menu.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Boss monster.
Hold your majesty.
Can I, like, quickly recall all of my exploration flags? Ah, you don't get your money back. Interesting. I guess the way to do that instead of recalling your exploration flags is to just give a huge bounty on the one you actually want them to focus on. Now, if I have a big bounty for a building like this, will the heroes still, like, try to fight the boss if the... Okay, I'm getting my answer here in real time, I think. It looks like the answer is yes, they do try to fight. So this summarizes the heroes that are currently attracted by the bounty. Now, how do I ask this question? I think I understand the question, but not how to phrase it, not stupidly. Is it like every hero has a set threshold value that they're willing to accept for a bounty, and that includes the bounty being divided among the heroes that are already attempting it? So if I want to get more than 3 heroes, I need to continue increasing the bounty. Is that correct?
Evil has won.
Evil has won. Let's see. It's gone up to 4 heroes now that I increased the bounty. I think I just lost a Paladin. Now, technically I could cast some of these spells, but it seems like Lightning Bolt is really expensive and doesn't really do a great amount of damage. Also, I'm out of range of a wizard tower to use it. This is where you'd want a library with the far range thing, I guess. Maybe that's a way to quickly dump your excess resources, right, to get your win. So you'd better win there or you're gonna have a bad time. Okay, so they actually have to get to the Holy Chalice, I guess. Will they try to go to it on their own, or...? Thought it was gonna be a destroy the building and then you win type situation. Yeah, I've gotten that one before, the supercharge. I just didn't build a library this time. Vampires. So you can't really bounty the artifact, right? So if you send them to explore there, there's a decent chance that they'll go for it, I guess.
I'm melting!
Explore flag will work. Okay, thanks. Because this is the dream here where there's a peasant repairing the building, and the building's also a turret. Although it looks like it's not doing a particularly impressive amount of damage here, unfortunately. I think that ranger just got scared. Fleeing in terror. So they all basically just fleeing in terror because of the boss there?
An item of holy significance.
Alright, so Insira the Saint just got
We are
it.
victorious,
Oh, she
Your
just needed to
Majesty.
get it, to need to bring it home. Okay, cool. And we didn't have to beat the boss. That was fun. Oh, jeez. Okay, I get this game.
The chalice is
I'm glad
here,
the beginning...
Majesty. It is the most wondrous thing. One can feel its energies by just holding it. It gives off a penetrating warmth. There is no doubt it will put an end to your illness. Here, drink deeply from it, Highness, and be cured.
Hooray! So I gotta praise this game in multiple ways. I've only been playing it for a couple hours here, but you know my prior on-stream experience with RTS and RTS adjacent games has generally been pretty miserable. The 2 games that I've played that are like RTS games but aren't quite exactly RTS that I've enjoyed the most have probably been Dungeon Keeper and this one. And this one, I mean, part of it is not having to micro or significantly reducing the micro burden. I like the idea of micro versus macro in like a PvP sense, but I think that they're like incompatible for making a compelling like single player site readable experience, you know. And here, because the maps are randomly generated, that already tells me right away like there's no authorial intent that you're trying to like parse out here, right? Or there's some authorial intent, but we've designed the map in such a way that it's doable regardless of the direction you build your buildings in, you know, like the fog or the uncovered map is there on purpose. So I like that, and I really like the beginner missions and the fact that they're somewhat non-linear where you can do them in a specific order, and that each one has specific restrictions and is trying to teach you one idea. Because like Warcraft 1 and 2 try to gate mechanics a little bit where they're like, okay, this is the first mission where you have to use griffins, right? But they're usually scripted in such a way, unless if it's a mission where you have no macro, they're usually scripted in such a way where like the unit they're trying to teach you how to use you don't need for that mission. So I really liked the level where it was like, you don't have rangers. If you want to explore this map, which is what you have to do to beat it, you need to make a chain of wizard towers so that you could understand that strategy fully by completely blocking you out from doing the other thing that was possible before. So maybe that's how later RTS games deal with it. I haven't played a modern RTS. I haven't played like StarCraft 2 or even Warcraft 3 yet. So maybe they're better about having levels that just block out older, now irrelevant buildings and trying to teach you stuff. I think they do a good job of it, and the levels themselves are still fun, right? Game Maker's Toolkit just put out a video on this a couple weeks ago. It's really good. It's about how do you make a tutorial for a complicated game like an RTS or a Crusader Kings kind of a title. It's really hard to do.
An enlightening discovery, Your Highness. The crown of Sidrian, the long-lost symbol of your family's power, has been located. It's being held in an evil fortress on the frontier. The recent waves of
Original Death came back and added new resolutions, performance stuff. That's really cool.
This item would doubtlessly boost your subjects' faith and renew the support of your family's house. I greatly urge you to take advantage of this unexpected opportunity.
Are there any indie, like, Majesty type games out there that are specifically trying to ape this one? Find and destroy the lair the crown rests in. Okay. This one doesn't have a time limit like the Grail one did. Sure. So here we start with a few things. Warrior's Guild, Rogue's Guild, Wizard's Guild, Blacksmith, Rangers, Wizard Towers. Okay. There's a limit. Marketplaces have to be a certain distance from one another. Is that true for all buildings? Oh god. I'm immediately getting harassed by a bunch of Minotaurs. That'd just be like a downside of the RNG, I guess. Oh, they destroyed my blacksmith. I'm spending all my money trying to kill them here. That may have been a massive mistake. Most buildings can be built next to each other. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so this is like the thing with this map, then, I'm guessing. I think I've been clicking my own building by mistake there a couple times. Okay, can I restart? Restarts the map that you're on, not all of the missions that you've already cleared, right? Yeah, this is pretty different from anything we've done up to this point. Let me turn the levels down just so I can get accustomed to it. Start quest. Let's do...
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
I serve with pleasure.
Wizard, armor, ranger. Turn this thing into an actual defensive tower. No, I need to get a library in order to get...
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new...
Or is it an upgraded wizard building that lets me get the lightning storm and supercharge?
I I join the wild spirit.
My service ends.
Does a non-bounty on these enemies, if it is 0, will they ignore it, or is that just for exploration that they ignore it?
Sovereign, a building has been
Okay, now I have
upgraded.
supercharge.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
I already spent the money, I guess. Man, this map is kind of crazy.
My gold
Majesty, the palace is under siege.
leave my
Show reward flags do nothing at all.
The wild spirits.
leave my gold alone.
Maybe I do need to use just the regular spells over and over. Do my spells only hurt enemies, or can I hurt my allies too? Seems like that's a more effective way to deal with them. Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time now that I have a better idea of how strong that is. The initial buildings get somewhat randomized. Okay. Let's see, the game speed didn't save because I restarted. Sure. Let's see. They don't affect your dudes directly, basically. Is it that it means that your guys can't get experience with the stuff you're killing and you're spending money at the same time?
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
Where are these guys at? Here they come. Someone's trying to help. I'll turn the speed up here in a second. It's just pretty brutal right at the start of the map. I'm still kind of getting a handle on all this. A decent start, I think. Game saved.
I'm out of here.
It seems like Lightning Storm is way more efficient per gold piece than just casting lightning repeatedly is. Oh, I see. So the AoE spells specifically don't target your allies, but there are some single target spells you can accidentally hit your allies on, is that right? Is there any gameplay reason why you might want to buff your allies, or buff your enemies? Are there like missions where that might make sense to do? Probably turn things up here soon. Just wondering if plus minus affected it at all. Back up to like the middling default number.
Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
Hooray!
A building has been upgraded.
Healing enemies to give more XP to your guys. Not a lot of good reasons. So there's like cheese, but not a lot of like clearly intended reasons, so to speak.
Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
Lightning Storm is great. Big fan.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
Leave my blacksmith alone, assholes. Kind of a waste of a bounty there, but that's okay. Off the heck out of monsters, have them roll over the guys. Okay, so maybe it makes sense in multiplayer, not as much sense in the single player. I think I may have fully dealt with the initial wave of guys. So let me save again here. I wish more of the RTS games that I played had the ideas this game has, in terms of like trying to train the player and being very playable while sight reading. I mean, I guess getting suddenly rushed by minotaurs at the start of the map is a bummer, but I'm very appreciative that that happened immediately and not like, oh, 15 minutes into the map you're gonna get bum rushed, right? And waste 15 minutes of your time.
New building is complete. Sovereign, a building
The ancient castle?
upgraded.
I can't know for sure, I guess. It's a Minotaur.
I'm melting.
Get him, please. Thank you.
Your Majesty, the royal treasury is nearly empty.
Go wizards. Not as safe as I thought I was. Are these castles lairs? Are they generating enemies here? I see, so you could buff a side. It's a reason to maybe cast spells on enemies.
I join the wild spirits.
The Ranger Death Bark is my favorite. It's very silly.
In the name of the Sovereign.
I serve with pleasure.
Ratman, huh?
In the name of the Sovereign.
Research complete. Not the blacksmith, incorrect. Leave Brittany alone. Okay, so I could accidentally hit my blacksmith pretty easily there with that spell. No, don't destroy my blacksmith. So any characters who already have an upgrade, will they be okay, basically? Oh, I see, they're mostly going for these buildings. If the blacksmith gets destroyed... they'll still have all their weapons and armor that they already bought, but I'd have to build a new one and start from scratch on it, basically. Clicking on the guy and then clicking on their portrait. Ah, okay. Thank you. With the spell, you mean? There goes a wizard tower, which is unfortunate.
Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
This blacksmith is so over. No! Oh hey, yeah, come kill these guys. No! I tried. That's so sad. You specifically go after buildings? I see.
Your Majesty, the royal treasury is nearly empty.
No kidding. Heroes aren't really dying, they're just not using their time very effectively. So that castle I destroyed over here was producing minotaurs. This ancient castle is probably also producing them. It seems like that's the direction they're coming from. This is a cool map. I think this map does a good job of demonstrating how this game gets hard eventually. I don't hate it.
Tough fight.
Majesty, the palace is under siege.
That's not good.
In the name of the sovereign.
Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
Hold your
Good.
majesty.
Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
Earliest ones it's hard right away. Right. Keep going at it, Skeeve the Weasel, slowly ticking away. So they get experience for every attack they do as opposed to every kill they earn, which is kind of nice. I think that's correct, right?
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
It's teaching me that this could happen, though.
Your majesty.
More guys early on is potentially strong, I think.
Hold your majesty. In the name of the sovereign.
Leave my buildings alone, you assholes. Why are you like this? Especially not my money buildings. So they'll actually go for buildings if there are humans nearby.
I join the wild spirits.
Will never not be funny.
I serve with pleasure.
Let's explain why leveling up a blacksmith is fairly cheap and fast, because once you lose it, you need to be able to get back up and running pretty quickly, it seems like. And peasants and palace guards will always generate for free and constantly, pretty much.
The local blacksmith offers new services.
New services, you say? Yeah. Especially losing your marketplaces, I imagine, is really brutal if you allow that to happen.
New services.
I serve with pleasure.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded. Your Majesty, the royal treasury is nearly empty.
And then to finish that castle off. Ratman. So, I like bounties that it's not just like using your otherwise important resources, because it is putting money into the hands of your heroes, which they need to buy stuff anyway, right? So you might want to use bounties even if they're already fighting something, just to distribute some money to your heroes on purpose. Get it, guys, please. Whoa. It's not Beholder.
Service ends.
Because Beholders are copyright Wizards of the Coast.
Majesty. The local blacksmith offers new services.
So do you think the 22-hour how long to beat for this is just beating all of the base map missions, including the expansion stuff? Find and destroy the lair of the crown is in.
A foul beast approaches.
Little Oculus. All right, out of range. Has to be pretty close to my towers. I like that you can't just cast spells as much as you want. That you have to have this network of wizards towers. So that's another reason why I really like that mission where you had to use wizard towers to scout. Because, like, you can get away with a strategy that doesn't use a wizard tower network for spellcasting. But you couldn't get away with it in a mission where it was necessary for scouting. Expected time according to how long to beat. So I kind of have a complicated schedule system that I have a combination of a voting system where people will vote for the next game I'm going to play. And then when it wins the vote, I'll play it until we beat it, regardless of what the how long to beat estimate says. In that system, vote cost is based on the how long to beat value. Today, though, we're playing this for Kiri's sub-block. As a subscriber, Kiri gets to nominate a game for me to play for a little bit here and there, and decided to have me check out Majesty. But this game is cool. If this ends up on the voting spreadsheet, I would be happy to play it till we finish it. The missions feel pretty diverse. I like how the lessons you learn early on certainly matter later on, and that it's not kind of a, like, see what's happening on the map and then reload until you perfectly save scum your way to victory, you know? Which is what a lot of the games in this genre feel like. You can get super stuck on some of the endgame levels. Right on. Is there... How does this question work? It seems like most resources in this game aren't truly finite. Like, the way you get screwed is if you run out of money-generating buildings, or there's enough enemies that they can overrun your money-generating buildings, right? But other than that, you're not going to, like, run out of gold mines or something, right?
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
How long to beat's generally pretty accurate. I'd have to look at the individual entries to see what people were saying. It gets tricky with these older games that, like, the only people submitting times are people that weren't playing it blind, that have played it before and kind of know what they're doing. It usually brings the average down a bit, but Northern quests have a lot of diversity. That's cool. Alright, now that I think I've dealt with the main buildings that have but that's default value here. Dealt with the main buildings with generating minotaurs, I can start trying to explore a bit more, I guess. That is a harpy. Probably pretty accurate. Okay.
Majesty, a newly discovered outpost has agreed to join your kingdom.
Oh, that's cool. Right on. So when they join your kingdom, they just give you vision right where they joined you, and you can use their buildings at will. Elven Bungalow. They're elves, just like rangers. They do range attacks, basically. Maybe they don't scout as much.
This will be a quick bit of gold.
Going to explore a flag.
Leave my gold alone.
Sorry, Skeeve the Weasel. It's a bummer. I feel like
I'm melting.
the concept of fog like this makes a lot more sense when the map is randomly generated, and like the way you can kind of incentivize your computer-controlled units to do certain things with bounties. I prefer to like having to micro each individual group and say, okay, you two guys go there, you two guys go there, you two guys go there, right? I guess that's another issue with most RTS games, is that 90% of the map generally is irrelevant, right? Like, there's the place the designers want you to go on the map.
Join your kingdom.
Abandoned Castle. And then there's like a good chunk of the map that's not in between where you start and where the enemy is that the developer wants you to go to. But here it's like every single tile might matter, which is nice.
Oh, Your Majesty.
I guess you could still kind of save scum, and then you could start by just sending everyone to scout with the starting gold, find out where you're supposed to go and then load, but in this map it made more sense to defend at the beginning instead of doing something cheesy like that.
Your Majesty, the royal treasury is nearly empty.
Of course it is. Is it an important feature of this quest that I don't know which castle has the crown in it? 6 heroes, man, they want that money. It'll tell you once you find it. Okay. So any of the castles that it doesn't pop up and say, hey, this is the objective, are just enemy spawners, basically, right? That's still nice, though, like...
I'm melting!
I appreciate that when you find the wrong building, you still have a good reason to take it out, so it stops spawning enemies, you know? It's a Harpies. Oh, here we go. Crown site.
A newly discovered outpost has agreed to join your kingdom.
Go, newly discovered outpost. Oh, I need money. Okay, I'll wait. Soupcom.
In the name of the Sovereign.
Supreme Commander. They're working on it. All right, we're about at time here. Let me try to turn the game speed up to see if we can quickly destroy this building.
A newly discovered outpost has agreed to join your kingdom.
7 heroes. You love to see it.
We are victorious, Your
All
Majesty.
right, cool. Thanks for sharing this, Kiri.
Majesty, one
Future
can
Marstead,
feel
I'm going to
the
make some
sudden
notes in a
rise
future
spirit
Marstead
since
text
the recovery
file.
of the crown.
Review that. That should give you everything you need to know.
It's
too much for me to cover in like a minute here.
The villagers are already lining up at the gates, hoping to get a peek at this revered relic. There is no doubt that it will serve as an inspiring touchstone for your rule.
Hey, thanks for the follow and the advice today, Guaronic. Appreciate it. Let you guys know what's coming up here in a second. So it's just going to save now, right? I don't need to have a save inside a mission. Yes, much more chill. This one and Dungeon Keeper.